Good morning, followers, friends, family, students. Dr. Jimmy Henderson again. We'll be giving some more tips today from my book Critical Thinking, which is available on Amazon and Drafted Digital, many platforms. My tip today is on scams. How, guys, we are falling prey to these scams. Left, right, and center. They are getting more and more complex and more clever, and it's difficult to tell the difference between a scam and a legitimate email or legitimate SMS or call. Let me give you one tip which I've been using, which works quite well, which is in the book, together with a lot of other tips on scams, how to deal with scams. What you do is, when you get an email, this is dealing with email scams today. When you get an email, you're a little bit suspicious of the email. What you do is you take your mouse and you hover, hover over use the cursor and just run over the email address from which it came. In other words, you just scan over the email address with your mouse and your cursor. And what will happen is another email address will pop up. And that email address should be the person's real email address. In other words, you get an email from a well-known bank or well-known financial institution or utilities or whatever, which looks legitimate. But when you hover your mouse, your cursor over another email address pops up, usually a person's name or some crazy sort of set of numbers and stuff. Then you have to be suspicious, because the email address should be the same as what's on the website. In other words, a bank so-and-so.co.za or .uk or whatever the case is, it should be the bank's email address. They should be the same. If they differ, you've got a problem in that someone has then hacked into that email, is using that email address to fool you. But fortunately, you can, as I say, using the mouse and using the cursor, you can then see what their real email address is, and you can then delete that email. I hope this has helped you. As I say, have a look at this book, Critical Thinking, as well as my other books on my site, www.discoveringyourself.co.za, and also Drafted Digital. Thank you.